In the spring of 2009, TwylaFrancis joined Single Parent Scholarship of Benton County. Twyla attends John Brown University, where she maintains a 3.84 grade point average. She will be receiving her Master's in Science in Marriage and Family Therapy and Community Counsel in the fall of 2014. All of this while being the mother of 4 children, Mariel, Benjamin, Harrison, and Kara. She is a member of the Alumni Council, and she has a very inspirational story for us to hear today. Everybody, please welcome TwylaFrancis.
Thank you. I stand here today. I tried my best not to share my story with you today. I wanted to talk about Marjorie Wolfe instead. But as I was reminded by Sally, Marjorie wanted me to have a voice and to tell about my story. We each only have one story to tell. One night about 7 years ago, I was cleaning up after supper. I looked outside. My husband and 4 children were playing in the yard and enjoying themselves, and I thought, these days won't last forever. Before I know it, someone will be gone, and I'll have missed the opportunity to enjoy my family. So I left the chores, and I joined them, and it was just a normal, kind of boring spring night. Less than 24 hours later, I was standing in St. Mary's Hospital, listening to a doctor tell me that my husband Daniel had been shot and was brain dead. And all I could think was, that's not how he's supposed to die. Nobody wanted to hurt Daniel. He had no enemies. He was everything I wasn't. He was outgoing and fearless and generous and kind. He'd be late coming home from work a lot because he'd find somebody who needed help, usually a stranger. And it was strangers who shot him. I never thought I'd be a single mom. The 2 of us had gone through so many ups and downs that I thought, if we're still married now, there's no way we're ever not going to be married. But there I was, 30 years old, with 4 children, 9, 7, 6, and 2. And as much as I wanted to join him in death, I needed to pull it together and be a good mom. A verse that helped me through all that time was Psalm 34:18. It says, "The Lord is near to the brokenhearted and saves the crushed in spirit." And that was me. The story goes that Daniel and his friend were riding home together after work. Daniel was in the passenger seat, and some young people came up beside the car and thought it'd be a good idea to shoot at him. One of the bullets hit Daniel in the back of the head, and he was brain dead. Because he was generous to a fault, he was an organ donor, so he stayed on life support for 2 days and was able to help 3 people in that way. Since all I really cared about, though, was my children, I went to a grief support group so I could help them and my in-laws navigate grief, because I was fine. It was there that I met Marjorie Wolfe, the founder of Single Parent Scholarship Fund of Benton County. She was in charge of the Grief Share group because she was always trying to encourage people to take care of themselves and to look forward to the next step and to invest in the future. She encouraged me to set goals. She reminded me that I needed to take care of myself, be sure to eat, sleep, and return to college. Because of the nature of Daniel's death, though, I didn't listen to her until those young men who shot Daniel were sentenced to life in prison. That was July 2008. So I enrolled at NWAC and began classes that next January, and I applied to Single Parent Scholarship Fund of Benton County. It was through the staff here at this program where I started looking into the future. They helped me identify my strengths because although a few years earlier I would have told you I knew everything in life, at that point I couldn't remember what I liked to eat. But they helped me to find my strengths again, to find my voice again, to identify a career path, to set goals short-term and long-term. They also helped me financially. They were an emergency fund for me because I could make it one day at a time, but when the transmission broke on my van last year, I didn't know where to turn or who to ask for help. The money has also been used for brakes, for utility bills, for propane for the winter. And then the gas cards are extra helpful since I have to drive to Siloam Springs 2 nights a week. After I went to NWAC, I got my associate's degree, one step. Then I transferred to John Brown University, my second step, and I graduated with an organizational management degree in the fall of 2011. Then I continued on. I'm working towards being a counselor. I'm at John Brown University in their master's program to be a marriage and family therapist and community counselor. I hope to graduate next fall. I want to be able to give back. I still desire to help people, but because of Single Parent Scholarship Fund and because of Marjorie's influence, I know that I have to take care of myself first and make sure that I'm healthy and strong so that I can have the strength to help my children, to set a good example for them. And now being on the alumni board, I can help other single moms to know that they can make it, just like watching the single moms ahead of me helped give me courage and strength. Everyone has a story of loss or of triumph. Our situations and circumstances can keep us down and help us to lose hope and lose sight of our worth and value. Or someone can remind us, like Marjorie and the Single Parent Scholarship Fund staff reminded me, that we can learn from those things. We can improve our lives, we can improve our future, and we can become a story of triumph instead of disaster. Everyone matters, and because of your support and your help, you're helping single parent families and their children to know that they matter too. They're not a lost cause. They can improve their lives, and they just need a little bit extra incentive, some cheerleaders to help them to know that not all strangers are killers. Some strangers will help you achieve your dreams. Single Parent Scholarship Fund of Benton County likes to say that they give parents a hand up, not a handout. And our motto is to learn, earn, and return. We learn that we're important. We learn we can set goals. We learn through our career paths and at college and school. Everything in life can be a learning opportunity. Then we earn our degrees. We earn income. We earn respect from our children and our peers. And then we return to repeat the process to help others to make it through their tragedies and their stories. Thank you for helping me and my family. Thank you for listening to my story, and enjoy the rest of your day.